morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the webinar Manufacturing Excellence, Latest Clothing Tech to Learn, one of the fashion series events of the HKTDC International Sourcing Show online. This session brings together overseas and domestic experts to share on some of the newest technologies and their applications on garment manufacturing. We have altogether more than 15 webinars on International Sourcing Show Online Intelligence Hub. Please visit Intelligence Hub on our ISS website and gain insights from industry experts. Don't miss the business matching opportunities through our platform to explore business with exhibitors. This webinar will be conducted in English and Putonghua with simultaneous interpretation services. You are able to choose either Putonghua or English as the interpretation language by clicking the interpretation button at the bottom of the screen. 研讨会进行期间，参会人士可选择用英语或普通话收听演讲。你只需要按下屏幕最底部的口译选项，就可以挑选语言。Without further ado, may I invite our first speaker, Mr. Michael Lam, Director of Advanced Denim Limited, for his presentation. Michael, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael. I'm the Director of Advanced Denim, and I'm going to present today is the new era of sustainable indigo dyeing begins. So first of all, I want to introduce the Advanced Denim. So we are the first denim mill in China, and we have established in 1987. So we are one of the most innovative denim mills in China. And also we are private-owned company, and our workers is over 1,100. So where we are? So our headquarters is in Shendi, China. And also we have a mill in Vietnam. And also we have office and showroom in New York, Amsterdam, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. So our mission is to produce denim fabric with minimal impact on environment. And our vision is, we believe our company will transform to be more than a traditional denim manufacturer through technologies, innovation, and a commitment to sustainability. So we have 4 core values. So the first one is innovation. And sustainability is also really important for our company, and also people and quality is also our core values. So this is our partners and help us to make our production sustainability and also eco-friendly as well. So we are a Blue Sign member. And also we have Archroma, and of course we are Cotton member as well, and also we have the GOTS and also RCS and JRS as well. And also we have 38 patents which is granted, and also 78 patents which is in application. So I'm going to introduce the big box dyeing today, and we call it big box because the first of all the first slogan that we want to talk about is less is more. Why we say that is because the conventional indigo dyeing actually use so much water consumption, and also the wastewater discharge is also a high number as well. And also, we have to use multiple dye bath, which we are using a lot of dye stuff as well. And also, there's so much harmful substance in the wastewater. So this is trying to compare what we need in conventional indigo dyeing is. We need 8 to 13 dye boxes for the conventional dyeing, and plus 3 washing baths for the conventional dyeing. And what we need for big box dyeing is we just need 1 box instead of I just mentioned, like, 10 to 13, die boxes, including the rings. So this is to show you, more easily from the picture. Say, we don't need to have any pre-treatment for the big box, and also no rings. So just one box for dyeing. Instead of, for the conventional dyeing, we need pre-treatment, and then 8 to 13 dye boxes, and then 3 boxes, which is for rings. So for the new big box dyeing that we are using right now, just one box, that means we can reduce so much water, and there's almost no wastewater coming out from this dyeing machine. So in the result, the big box, actually we can reduce around 95% water consumption, which is a big number. And also, as I mentioned before, so we can reduce 99% of the wastewater emission. So almost closed loop system for the indigo dyeing. And also the chemical consumption could be reduced around 35%. And of course, so we can reduce gas and energy consumption as well. So this is really a big move for the indigo dyeing. And the second topic I want to introduce is the botanic dyes. So actually, we are mixing together these botanic dyes and together with the big box. So of course, botanic dyes is the dye stuff is coming out from natural. And the botanic dyes is actually coming out from the plants. So, and also leaves, flowers, which, we are not competing with the food supply chain. And you can also see the botanic dyes is actually produce no waste. So by using the natural dyes rather than synthetic dyes, we are able to close connected to nature and recognize the importance to play in all of our lives. So what's the advantages of using botanic dyes? Is actually is biodegradable, non-toxic, and also is not coming out from any of the synthetic. And also is high UV absorption as well, and also antimicrobial. And also this is not contain any chemicals that is harmful to health. So how we produce the botanic dye is actually coming out from the first step is powdering, and then extracting, and then we use ultrasonic process and concentrating, then air drying. So this is the main process how we could produce the botanic dye stuff. So where are we getting the dye stuff from? So actually, we are getting the dye stuff from China, and which is southern part of China, and also in the middle of China. And also the whole scheme is helping the poor people in China. So in order for them to make the dye stuff. So it's helping the whole country. So this is the color of the dye stuff. So you can see we also have the brown coming out from the chestnut shell. And also we have this bright yellow, and also it's coming out from the fruits. And from the tea tree, and also we can produce this bright brown. And also we have these like a purple. And also we're using madder to make like a watermelon red. So this is just part of the colors that we have. And then we have the whole range from red, yellow, and also, of course, we have the indigo root, natural indigo color. So that's it for my presentation, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. May I now invite our next speaker, Mr. Marston Cheng, Brand Solutions Manager, North Asia of Archroma, for his sharing. Marston, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marston Cheng. I'm responsible for brand solutions in Archroma. I'm based in Hong Kong. First, thank you for the invitation from the HKTDC. Today, I'm happy to introduce our company and share with you some of our latest innovations related to sustainability. So for those who are not familiar with Archroma, allow me to give you a brief introduction of what we are doing. Archroma is a global provider of colors and specialty chemicals. In Archroma, we have 3 business units: brand and performance textile, paper and packaging, coatings, adhesives, and sealants. These are the industries to which we deliver our solutions. So unlike other traditional chemical suppliers, we strive to be a world-class technological solutions partners. From here, you can see we have a robust organization with our technical expertise and also our marketing capabilities to support our customers to win the market. Just to mention a few, here you can see we are a global leader in color management, with our color atlas library being adopted by numerous international and local fashion brands. And then here we have our one-way sustainability software to facilitate a scientific calculation of savings that can be generated by our eco processes. And also we have our brand studio team, in which I'm working, actively partnering with brands and retailers for new projects development. Last but not least, our global competence centers. We have a very strong technical and innovation team from time to time work out solutions across different market sectors that can help address the pain point of our customers. So coming to our industry, the textile industry, I think no one would disagree that it is one of the most polluting industries in the world. For many years, people have been aware of the importance of sustainability. But when it comes to action, the process of making changes is being slow, very slow. But we strongly believe that sustainability has already become an irreversible trend, and is going to change the lifestyle of everyone living on this planet. And hence, we have developed our system platform, namely the Archroma Way. We primarily look at the 3 core elements around sustainability. They are safe, efficient, and enhanced. So safe being our solid core is all about safe to use, safe to release, and safe to wear. And then in the middle, we have efficient with innovative processes that can minimize the use of resources on the one hand, and also maximize productivity on the other hand. And at the outer layer, you can see enhance, which is about new effects, functionalities, aesthetics, and sustainable differentiation to bring new additional value to our customers. So with the core values of safe, efficient, and enhanced, we have further developed a galaxy of innovations and systems. So all these systems are a combination of selected products and processes. In other words, we are not simply selling the products, but also a full package of products and services. And each system you can see here is designed to maximize benefits that we highlight as safe, efficient, and enhanced. For example, safe, we are talking about how to eliminate the use of hazardous chemicals. And then efficient, we are supporting our mills to reduce costs and also minimize the use of natural resources. And then enhanced, as I just mentioned, we have some new effects, new functions to help our customers to enhance the value of their end products. We currently have about 50 system solutions available to our partners in different textile market segments. They are categorized as the efficient collection, the enhanced collection, and also the ultimate collection. So today, I'm not going to go through all of them, but since I know we are in the middle of the Hong Kong Denim Festival, so why don't we take a closer look at some systems which are suitable for the denim and casual wear. And if you want to know more details about the other systems, I will encourage you to check them online at our website. Now, the first technology I would like to introduce is called Earth Colors. It is a patent and award-winning technology. And I would say it is very special, and it is completely different from all the other dye stuff you can find in the market. Here we try to compare the conventional dyes and the Earth Colors technology. So up above, you can see the conventional dyes manufacturing process, where manufacturers are basically using petrol-based raw material for the production of the dyes. And Earth Colors, however, is using natural-based raw material, such as nutshells, leaves, and wastes from some agricultural products. We collect all these wastes from the food and also the herbal industries. So the source is traceable and they are completely safe to use. And then we have two key pillars supporting the Earth Colors technology. Raw materials, as I just mentioned, we are basically utilizing agricultural waste for the production of the dyes instead of the petroleum-based raw material. So there is no competition with land use for food production. They are renewable every year. No issue about the supply. Is enough for global use. And then equally important is the traceability concept on the right-hand side, because we want to be fully transparent about the supply chain in such a way that our customers, they can fully understand the sustainability story behind the garments treated with the Earth Colors technology. In terms of process, the Earth Colors technology is very efficient as compared with some benchmark dyeing process. And it can largely reduce the consumption of water and energy, as well as the emission of CO2. So all the figures you can see from here, the savings, they can be calculated and demonstrated by our one-way sustainability tool. Now, Earth Colors is basically reserved to retailers and brands. We have actually developed quite a lot of success stories in the markets. Give you a few examples. We have partnered with Esprit and G-Star for the earth colors technology in their casual wear. And then, for example, outdoor brands, we have Kathmandu from New Zealand and Patagonia from America. And then even non-apparel segment, we have IKEA already putting the earth colors technology in some of their home textile products. So we are very excited with the momentum already created in the market. And we are hoping to see more and more new earth colors program coming soon. Now, let's talk about jeans. This is a slogan from Archroma. We continuously challenge the status quo in the deep belief that we can make our industry sustainable. This can be regarded as our guiding principle. And with this mindset, we have launched a new indigo, a pure indigo, which is aniline free from aniline. So you may ask, what is aniline? Put it very simple. Aniline is an unwanted chemical substance, generally existing in the conventional indigo. And if it is not handled properly, it may create certain level of impact on the environment and also on our health. So we aim to achieve a number of goals by removing such a hazardous impurity from the denim supply chain. Certainly, safety is our #1 concern because we care about the workers, their occupational safety and health, and we also care about ourselves as consumer, our health and safety. And then we do care about the quality of our water resources because we all want a better and cleaner waterways. Now we are manufacturing this innovative indigo in our zero discharge plant. Basically, there is no waste water released from our production. So with this pure indigo available in the market now, denim can be produced without compromising our planet. And the last technology I would like to cover is again relating to indigo, but not exactly indigo. We know jeans is basically dyed by indigo. But the question is it the only option we have? Is there any other alternative for indigo dyed jeans? So the reason why we love indigo dyed jeans is because of the different effects that indigo can create for us. But the reality is the indigo dyeing process is extremely water consuming. Just to give you an idea, traditional indigo dyeing process requires about 14 liters of water to produce a pair of jeans. So you can imagine how water intensive the whole process is. And to address the concern about water consumption, we have developed the indigo reflection system, which is a coloration system that behaves like indigo, but with a more sustainable and efficient process. And to support the indigo reflection process, we offer a package of specialty products. So here you can see one of the most innovative product, which is called Smart Denim Blue Liquid. It is a new pre-reduced sulfur blue specialties. Again, it is aniline free and it can produce the greenish blue cast, basically indigo tone that consumer they love to see. So now, even professional designers, I can tell you, they cannot easily tell the difference between the two. They cannot differentiate which one is dyed by indigo and which one by the new indigo reflection technology. That's all for my introduction today. I hope you like it. If you have any questions or comment, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Archroma website. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.
Thank you, Marston. Our next speaker is Mr. Davide Righi, Senior Global Business Development, Garmon Chemicals, Kemin Group. He'll share with us on latest finishing technology for denim and garment. Davide, please.
Hello, everyone. Hello to everyone who's connecting now to watch this presentation about smartphone. This is Davide, the Senior Global Business Development of Garmon, and today my speech goes around the new technology for the finishing industry. And I would like to thank the Hong Kong Trade Development Council for this invitation, and I go straight to the presentation. Garmon Chemicals is a manufacturer of chemical for the finishing garment industry. It is owned by Kemin Textile Group, which is an American corporation that is in the Iowa and specifically in Des Moines. The product of Garmon are dedicated to the treatment of denim jeans and garment, cotton-based garment for the garment dyeing processing. As says, we are part of the Kemin Group, is a large multinational company located in the United States with a very wide range of chemical, human nutrition, animal nutrition, and many other fields where also the textile has been added in 2018, as the company vision is to touch as many people possible in the world daily. Nowadays, we touch 3.8 billion people every day with our products, also considering the textile auxiliaries that are used to finish the garment that the people globally wear. We are present as a Garmon globally with more than 50 countries through agents or distributor or direct factories and production sites that are located in Brazil, in Italy, in India, in Turkey, and in China, from where I'm talking now. We have a solid principle and pillars that we carry on our business, our way to make business, that are innovation and support, quality and creativity, sustainability, and integrity. So it means that our products goes through a serious R&D development, then are applied on garments, all following a sustainable path of applicative and substances of concern presence in the product that we are marketing. Coming to the topic of today, which is the technology applied in the garment finishing industry, it's the combination of our three pillars in one process. It's called smartphone, and is a new technology that makes water easy as a blowing bubble. This is the definition, and I will go through the slides to explain you the reason why we have this, we call this technology. So it's innovative in a way that being a patent pending technology, it's a collaboration from three leading industry, Garmon, Magtech, which is a machine producer in Italy, and Green Lab, which is a finishing laundry in Italy. The core principle of the smartphone technology is that we use foam instead of water as a chemical carrier. It is totally sustainable because it allows substantial savings of water during the garment finishing process, and it's designed to be very accessible at economical level and at technological level, because it's a standalone machine that can be connected to any existing washing machine in every laundry without any modification or changes of the actual setting. As I said, it's easy because of this reason. It's affordable, it's easy, and it's faster compared to the conventional washing process, and also with the spray and nebulization system that are used nowadays in the market. The technology, it's a pending patent. We have received some patents in USA and in China for the moment, and we are extending in other parts of the world. And it works together with a special chemical called easy foam that it allows the transformation of water into foam. As you can see here on the right of the screen, this is the machine, is the device that allows the process to be performed. And it's an equipment that is a standalone, is totally controllable by a touch screen with some side intervention that you can modify, and you can trim the performance of the machine based on your process. So through a connector, a pipe, the foam is then injected in the washing machine to perform the wash that you desire. Specifically, how it works after this introduction is better to watch a short video where you can see the main feature of the machine. So this after the video, we give to our customer also, we represent the savings that they can achieve the production and on the process by using several data that is taken from the IM score, which is a popular meter to consider the different impacts, the usage of water, and then finally the total water saving generated using the smartphone process. This is a pair of jeans normally largely produced, is a classic vintage stone wash, where as it is produced nowadays, largely and globally, it's produced using dangerous chemical like potassium permanganate, chlorine, metabisulfite, and all active at 50 degrees, consequently using also a lot of energy and a lot of steam. The process is long, is 186 minutes to realize this kind of wash, and the water consumption is 69 liters per piece of jeans washed. So you can see that the consumption and the usages of resources is quite large, results in a score of 70 on the IM score. The same pair of jeans, exactly the same wash, the same look, without any compromise, can be realized using the smartphone process in a time which is shorter of 31%, 129 minutes, a water consumption that is lower than 62%, so 26 liters for each garment, and a shortened process with a resulting IM score of 27. All of this process is performed with the smartphone machine, avoiding any dangerous chemical. Everything is replaced with chemicals that are not considered dangerous, so there is no chlorine, no stones, no PP, no metabisulfite, and most of all, the process is realized at room temperature or maximum 40 degrees. This translates in a substantial water saving, with a comparison that it can be done, considering the traditional front-loading machine that utilize a liquid ratio of 1:6, so means for 1 kilo of fabric to be washed, need 6 liters of water, and a normal standard load of garment of around 50 kg are needed 300 liters of water per washing step. With the smartphone, we lower this ratio to 1:1, so 1 kilo of fabric, 1 liter of water. At the same load of jeans or garments of 50 kg, we need only 50 liters of water. This translates in per washing step, we can save 250 liters of water, considering the process realized in a traditional front-loading machine. When we talk about different market, like China, for example, where this kind of belly washers machine are used, it is possible to use the smartphone, and the water ratio is much higher, so 1:15 per wash step, we can save 700 liters of water. Counting all the process and the chemicals, machines, and the realized process that we have sold in the year 2020, specifically from April 2020, because the machine is on the market since April 2020, we have allowed the industry, the global finishing industry, in only 8 months to save 4.5 million liters of water, and the technology is expanding. So we are continuously allowing the garment finishing industry to save more and more water. There is no limitation to realize any kind of look or wash, and any fashion trendy effect that you like to realize on a jeans or on a cotton made or polycotton made garments. We can do enzyme wash, bleaching, resin and fixing, and also dyeing. To be underlined that the dyeing, as well as all the other processes, realized at cold temperature, again saving not only water but also substantial amount of time and most of all of energy. This is an introduction of what we call is an amazing technology in the garment finishing industry that we we promote and we continuously promote around the world as a real innovation, because really it goes in the direction to save resources and can be compliant with the latest demand of the global brands into be sustainable, and most important, have to be effective, and on a cost perspective have to be competitive. I would like to thank all of you that have followed this presentation. I'm always available to answer to any possible question. This is the website, or a generic email, the organizer, and also my personal email, that I will be very happy to hear from all of you in case of question, inquiries. We are available globally to make tests and to come to your facility to make more presentation. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Davide. Our next speaker is Mr. Tim Rogers, VP Sales North America East from Cocona Incorporated. He'll share with us on 37.5 technology. Let's welcome Tim.
Hello. 37.5 is a thermal regulating technology that works by determining if your body needs warming or cooling based on the amount of humidity next to your skin. We use active particles from volcanic mineral. We mix with a polymer, either polyester or nylon, and permanently extruded into the fiber. So the particles become part of the DNA of the fiber. 37.5 active particles capture the infrared, the energy that your body emits. We're all releasing heat. If moisture is present, it speeds the evaporation, keeping you cool. If there's no moisture present, the IR energy is returned, keeping you warm. Here's a quick video.
Looking at 37.5 particles on the microscopic level, the particles do two things. They attract water molecules to those particles and absorb IR. That IR energy is transferred to the water molecules, which excites them to diffuse through the system. By diffusing these water molecules out of the system, we reduce the humidity inside of the microclimate, making any 37.5 product dry and comfortable.
Why the number 37.5? It's the ultimate comfort zone. It's the optimum relative humidity in your microclimate for comfort and performance. Your microclimate is the relationship between your skin and your garment. The ideal core body temperature for comfort and performance is also 37.5 Celsius. That's why the number is 37.5. Humidity is an amplifier. It makes you feel hotter. It makes cold feel colder. The human body produces and vents heat 24 hours a day. The most important mechanism to release heat is evaporation. Evaporation helps maintain optimum core temperature. 37.5 technology attracts the water vapor away from your skin to feed evaporation. The result, increased comfort and performance. Here's a powerful video.
To show 37.5 in action, we have two identical chambers, each being filled with water vapor to create humidity. The humidity sensors within the chambers are displaying the level of real-time humidity in either side. We then open the bottom to expose one chamber to 37.5 active particles and the other to an equal volume of empty space. Watch the humidity level on the side exposed to 37.5 technology drop, while the other side remains at a higher humidity. Even after the humidity is no longer visible, it's still present and measurable. The side with 37.5 is attracting the moisture vapor, dynamically controlling the humidity level. This shows how 37.5 technology uses active particles to attract and remove moisture vapor, reducing uncomfortable humidity within your microclimate. Humidity is an amplifier. When it's present, temperature feels different, cold feels colder, and hot feels hotter. Take weather. 90 degrees in Florida can feel very uncomfortable, and 90 degrees in Arizona can feel great. The only difference is the amount of humidity. 37.5 technology. Dynamic thermoregulation, 24 hours a day.
What are the key benefits of 37.5 technology? Stabilized temperature. 37.5 fabrics have at least 10,000 active particles per skin pore to help regulate core temperature and humidity. It's also scientifically proven to enhance human performance and comfort. You sweat less, removes moisture in the vapor stage before liquid sweat forms. Wicking only moves moisture, 37.5 removes moisture. I'm going to say that again. Wicking only moves moisture, 37.5 removes it. 37.5 technology traps odors and then releases them when a garment's washed or dried. It's naturally occurring. It comes from volcanic minerals. It's permanent. 37.5 works for the life of the product, and that's very important. A lot of technologies out there today are topicals. They're put on the garment or the fabric at the mill level, and they wash out. You can pick up a hang tag and it could say good for 20 washes, good for 25 washes. 37.5 never leaves the garment. It's safe. Okotex certified, Blue Sign certified partners. It's sustainable. 37.5 fibers are available in recycled options, GRS certified with enhanced biodegradation. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Here's another video depicting the technology.
When it comes to performance fabric, nothing compares to 37.5 technology. The human body is a heat engine. 24 hours a day, your body continuously produces and vents heat. The most important mechanism used to release heat is evaporation, the release of water vapor from the body. This helps maintain your optimum core temperature. But unless this water vapor is removed from clothing, it builds up and creates a humid, uncomfortable microclimate, potentially leading to overheating. 37.5 technology attracts the water vapor away from your skin and speeds evaporation from clothing. No other fabric technology manages this. 37.5 technology works at the micro level with active particles. Though far too small to see, these active particles exhibit three important qualities. 1. They love water. Through electrostatic forces, they attract the vapor your body produces. 2. They add a huge amount of surface area, allowing the yarn to evaporate more water faster. And 3. They absorb the infrared energy your body naturally emits, heating the particles to either speed evaporation if you're hot or retain warmth if you're cold. Beyond keeping you comfortable, products with 37.5 technology have faster drying rates and help your body cool itself more efficiently. Your body won't have to expend more energy to maintain optimum core temperature. Also, 37.5 technology is naturally derived and never washes out. 37.5 technology helps you work harder, play longer, and be more comfortable in a wider range of conditions.
37.5 technology is the only thermal-regulating technology to combine natural active particles plus enhanced biodegradation and recycled yarn options. So you don't need to choose between sustainability or performance. We innovate. We use natural volcanic minerals that are chemical-free. The materials are available in recycled polyester or nylon and are GSR certified. Good manufacturing, Okotex, Blue Design certified. It releases odor, extending garment life, and has faster drying times. It's also engineered to biodegrade at accelerated rates. Here's a short video about this.
The amount of waste from discarded textiles like clothing and bedding is at the highest it's ever been. In the US, only 15% of this waste is recycled, and textiles make up 8% of all landfill waste. That's 21 billion pounds, or 70 pounds for every person, every single year. Similarly, in Europe, over half of all discarded garments end up in landfills or burned as waste. We recognize there is no easy answer to this problem. While 37.5 technology continues to offer sustainable thermoregulation, our yarns are now also engineered to biodegrade at enhanced rates. Traditional polyester can sit in landfills for centuries. 37.5 fibers will now break down more like natural fibers in only decades. A new additive technology enhances the ability of microorganisms in the soil to secrete enzymes that break down synthetic fibers. This additive is permanently embedded to create pathways for the microorganisms to consume the fibers from within. This speeds up the natural degradation process in landfills, but not during use or storage. The fibers are then converted to naturally occurring byproducts, like those generated by other waste, such as paper or food scraps. This is just one step towards our sustainable goals for for 37.5 technology so that you do not need to choose between sustainability and performance. For more information, visit our website, 375.com.
"37.5 has a global reach. We have dozens of certified mill partners around the world. We have 5 sales offices, 3 in the US, 1 in Asia, and 1 in Europe. And our headquarters are in Boulder, Colorado. World-class customer support. Fabric development, support of yarn and fabric sourcing and development, including introduction to mill partners. Product design direction to maximize the comfort and performance of 37.5 technology. Recommendations for sustainable solutions in fabric, merchandising, and marketing. Full access to test data, wear test surveys in our lab at Cocona headquarters. Sales training. I've done dozens of sales training around North America, working with sales teams so that they get the right message out to their customers. In marketing, we have on-garment branding recommendations and solutions. It is world-class customer service support. So for more information, go to our website or email info@cocona.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim. Our next speaker is Ms. Lynn Deligny, Managing Director and co-owner of Graphene One LLC. She will share with us on bringing graphene to our day-to-day life. Let's welcome Lynn.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon. I'm very excited to be here and to be a part of the Hong Kong International Sourcing Show. And also thank our good partner, Advanced Denim, for giving us this opportunity to be a part of it. Today, I'm going to introduce our company and also our Karin technology. Here with me is my colleague, Roman Henricar. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Lynn Deligny. I'm the co-owner of the QS Group, and also I'm the founder of Graphene One LLC. And Roman is the general manager of the QS Group, and he is also the CTO of the Karin division. So let me give a little bit background of the company. So our company we have 3 divisions. The group is called the QS Group. We were founded in 1993. With the first division is actually a safety glove manufacturer. Over the year, we grew our business and we became one of the largest glove manufacturer in the world. So in 2007, we started another division, which is a manufacturer and installer of solar panels. So we produce solar panels and we also install solar parks. Actually, because of the solar division, it brings us to the graphene field. The reason we start to develop the graphene technology or to try to discover this technology was because of the solar. Back in 2009, we were talking to multiple universities in the world, in the US, in Australia, try to understand better the graphene material to use in the solar panel to improve the solar efficiency. Actually, by doing that, we kind of explore this technology also in the textile because we own the safety division. We use a lot of the textile. We're familiar with polyamide, polyester. We use a lot of, for instance, Denim and also Kevlar, all type of different yarns. So this became like more and more advanced in that field. Actually, it took us quite a while, almost like 9 years, to scale up the graphene production. And then later on, we used the graphene in the different polyamides or also polyester. So let me go to the next page. Okay, let me also speak a little bit about the armor guys and Graphene One. So in 2014, I relocated myself to the US and this started division of Armor Guys and Graphene One. Armor Guys is a distribution company selling safety products, mainly gloves, and cover all 50 states in the US. And we have been very successful in the last 5 years. And in 2015, we also started another division called Graphene 1 LLC, which is the distribution of the Karin yarn in North America. Yeah, talking about the graphene, so everyone is very excited, you know, when we talk about graphene. If you go on YouTube, you see a lot of, videos and about graphene. The research has been really enormous from different fields. We are in the textile business, so we focus on the yarn. But truly, because it's conductivity, graphene is being researched in lots of fields. For instance, the main research is in the car battery. Imagine if we can charge and discharge a car, electric car in 5 minutes, it's gonna really change the whole world. And also the research is a lot in the like storage, energy storage, and so on. So the two researchers, actually how they found the graphene was with good accident, because they were just checking the thickness of a different material. They use a Scotch paper, try to stick over and over on different material, and they tried also in graphite. This is how they found the graphene. You know, after multiple layers exfoliation, and at the end they found a graphene, and they found this very strong and very light material. So just give an idea, 1 gram of graphene can cover 100 square yards of surface. So it's very light, but at the same time it's very strong. And also the functional property come from electron density. It's kind of a honeycomb structure and linked to each other. So make the material really, really strong. So going back a little bit, the background. So research from 2009, and we took us almost 9 years to scale up the production. Again, because graphene itself, it's I remember when we started, the material itself was $500 per gram. You know, if you want to use this in any type of day-to-day raw material or anything, it's just impossible. It's like a gold. It's just something like you can probably see in the lab, but nothing can be functionalized. So our goal was never do something like you cannot reach, you cannot touch, because we are from this safety business. We have this background, and later on we were in the solar business. You know, by doing both, we see there's a big difference. You know, our first business was a safety business, and we are targeting, we're looking at the safety of the end users. We're looking at, let's say, all kind of industry, different factories. But when we started solar in 2007, it's different, completely different dynamic. You know, at that time, the solar was very, very kind of heated industry. Everyone was just looking at IPO or, you know, more fundings. And it's very big and almost like a concept. But in our, you know, back head, it's always important to keep in mind we're producing something. It has to be functionalized, and it also has to be useful for our daily life. So this has been the goal. You know, our goal is with graphene, the Karin division, is to produce something that to make everyone, you know, to be able to use it, to how do you say, it's like a more affordable to our day-to-day life. We have been doing this, and we've been quite successful. So what we do is we're fully integrated operation from exfoliation of graphite to graphene oxide. And then we make the master batch, and then we make all functionalized different synthetic fibers. And we own over 30 patents. So our company is the first company to develop cost-effective and sustainable manufacturing techniques for a portfolio of graphene oxide synthetic fibers. And let's look at the benefits real quick here. The property comes from electron concentration. So over the years through the experience, we can play around, adding more and less graphene can reach different properties. If you talk about the mechanical strength, we'll probably have adding more graphene. If you're looking at the bacterial static, because you don't want to something like detergents, wipe off all the bacteria. We want to keep certain bacteria in our body in order to have our own immune system work. So it's really, we can play around with this concentration of the graphene. So fiber and yarns are functionalized. And graphene oxide is covalent bonded. This is important to look at, because we actually tried the different technologies, different technique to apply graphene on the fabric surface, including a coating. But the coating, what we found is after washes, the property just go away. It's not very sustainable. With our technique, by inject graphene in the master batch and extrude master batch to the yarn and make the property permanent. So it's inherent properties. So it can stand for numerous wash cycles. And also because graphene is carbon-based, it's environmentally friendly. And it's a sustainable and a responsible process. And for the property, I'm not going to go in details. My colleague Romain will give more explanation how those property works. In terms of portfolio, now we can do polyamide, filaments, polyester, and also like a more like a strong yarn similar to the Dyneema, for instance. We actually exceed the strength of the Dyneema. Then we can do 200 denier, 400 denier. On the staple side, we have a polyamide, polyester, viscose, and a polypropylene with graphene. In terms of products, commercialized products, we are very focused on the active wear, like running gear, like yoga outfits, bikes, and a denim. Denim ski wear, what we see on the picture, because of the mechanical strength, and it's very, very durable. Yeah, I will show a little bit like the glove side, and we found the property was really amazing and very outstanding. And it also has been commercialized in the home textile, like sofa beddings, because it also has the anti-mites property. Toothbrush, something like we never think about it, but in fact, we did some tests, and we did a test over a graphene toothbrush and comparing to a normal toothbrush. In a normal toothbrush, after 2 weeks of use, we found almost 700,000 bacterial counts, total counts. And with graphene, there was only 600. So it's a reduction of 100 times of the different bacterial counts. And the safety, so now we have almost 40 distributors, Karin distributors for safety gloves worldwide. And we have a lot of success. In the US, it's through our own distribution, Armor Guys. So what we developed, with normal Kevlar or Dyneema, you can only reach a level. So in the glove field, there's a ranking of cut resistance from A1 to A9. With the normal other, competitive yarn, it can only reach A2 if without any technical yarn. Technical yarn, when we mean stainless steel or fiberglass. You have to add those technical yarn in order to increase the cut resistance. But with our Karin, we can reach A9 without using any stainless steel or fiberglass. So the glove is extremely comfortable. And also because, as we know, the fiberglass sometimes can cause irritation, like allergy. And those gloves are worldwide. We are speccing a lot of end users like Honda, like Tesla, American Airlines are using our Karin gloves as well, and they're very happy. And last on the commercialized products, the water filter and air purifier. This has been commercialized in China and also in Asia. And more to come. The water filter is another field, but again, because of antibacterial properties, it kills bacteria in the mechanical movements. It's not through any chemical treatment. So it's great for this type of product as well. Over to you, Roman.
Okay, thank you. So, thanks, Lynn, for the introduction. So I will continue here by listing 5 of the main important properties for textile application. So the first one is related to bacteria regulation. What you need to understand is that bacteria is a living cell which you find everywhere. There are many types, but the one which is the most relevant to textile is called Staphylococcus aureus, or staph, because it is found on the surface of our skin. Bacteria is part of our human microbiome and immune system, so it's very important for our health and it should be preserved. It is in fact the excess of bacteria and their mutation that will overwhelm our immune system and create an infection, not the bacteria itself. So the advantage, so I need to go to the next slide. So the advantage of Karin and our graphene oxide is that it is bacteriostatic, meaning that it's able to regulate the bacteria over time. Especially, it mechanically breaks down the bacteria cell, which prevents the bacteria to adapt and get stronger. So there is no evolution possible, as opposed to a chemical antibacterial treatment, which over time creates super bacteria, so very strong bacteria. Also, the bacteriostatic mechanism is inherent because the graphene is covalently bonded to the fiber. In most cases, and depending on the fabric construction and percentage of Karin in the blend, we are able to reach a reduction rate above 50% and up to 99% according to ASTM E2149, as shown in the enclosed test. Very importantly is that this property generated by graphene is able to sustain numerous washing cycles. The second property is the deodorizing or odor neutralizing property. This is the consequence and results of the bacteria regulation property which I just described. Indeed, the body odor is generated by bacteria activity, which breaks down the secretion of sweat into odorous compounds, especially isovaleric acid or acetic acid. So reducing the bacteria activity will increase the odor control and deodorizing effect. The test enclosed is showing that those two acids, so acetic and isovaleric, are reduced to their lowest level thanks to graphene. The third property, and very important one, is the thermal regulation property. Karin and our covalently bonded graphene oxide is able to either keep you cool or warm depending on the fabric construction. This is due to the capability of graphene to absorb our body heat radiation and either dissipate it for cool or reflect it back to our body for heat. What you need to understand here is that most of our body heat is dissipated or lost by far infrared, which I was calling body radiation. So for cooling, the graphene will absorb this energy and accelerate its dissipation with a coupled convection effect through air movement, when you run, for instance. Numerous tests have been done, but the one we present here during this presentation shows an improvement of the thermal conductivity by a factor of 1.5, which is significant, therefore keeping you cooler. In the case of heat preservation, heat retention, the graphene oxide layer will have to be located closest to the skin and coupled with a fluffy, air-dense outer layer, which will then allow the energy absorbed by graphene to be emitted back to your body. Likewise, numerous tests have been done, and the one displayed during this presentation shows that we can improve the heat retention for winter clothes, winter down clothes, by up to 25%. The fourth property relates to mites and mosquito repellencies. I won't go into too much detail here, technical details, but we also made several tests and having currently some successful development for outdoor and home textile application. The repellency effect comes from the electron activity on the surface of graphene that generates a repulsive noise for mites, bed bugs, and mosquitoes. So the enclosed test supports those findings. The fifth and last property relates to therapeutic benefits. Karin and graphene oxide is charged with a relatively high concentration of anions, which are negative ions. And you can find today lots of numerous third-party studies that show the link between the concentration of anions and positive effects on our health and mood. There are also lots of ongoing research in sports industry for muscle or sleep recovery. So looking at this property makes a lot of sense for textile industry, either sports, activewear or sleeping wear, as Karin has a high concentration of anion as tests are showing. So as a summary, we believe that Karin graphene fiber can bring real benefit to your brain. As mentioned by Lynn, we offer a variety of polymer types in continuous or staple form that can be used in both knit and woven fabrics. And Karin graphene, as mentioned earlier, is bonded to the fiber. So the properties are inherent, they are lasting the lifetime of the product. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for the opportunity, and I wish everyone a great show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Our next speaker is Ms. Karin Malmstrom, Director, China and Northeast Asia of Cotton Council International. She will share with us on U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol. Karin, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a pleasure to join you today to discuss the evolution of sourcing and the growing importance of genuine sustainability, transparency, and traceability in our global supply chains. We in the U.S. cotton industry have been doing this work already for decades as a matter of standard practice, doing literally the groundwork for continuous improvement in our cotton growing practices. Today, I'd like to share with you an exciting new program that brings together all the elements of sustainability and transparency through our new program, the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol. This program was devised as a system, a digital system that can help brands and retailers link and trace their supply chains through the U.S. cotton their vendors use. It's completely science-based, verifiable at each stage of the supply chain, and can be credited to brands and retailers' sustainability programs and used in reporting to their shareholders. First, let's see where the textile industry is regarding sustainability the U.S. cotton industry is doing. Now, a quick background introduction, U.S. cotton sustainability story. Grower participation is very important, and supply chain enrollment, collaboration, and finally, some final takeaways for you. So, what is the situation today in the textile industry? Well, as you can know, more and more people are becoming more concerned with what is happening to the planet, and I mean genuinely so, not simply what they call greenwashing. People are now not only taking notice, they're taking action. And what does this mean for the textile industry? Well, it has become even more important since COVID-19. People are more and more conscious and aware that not only do they have to talk about it, they have to actually act. And it is affecting all parts of the supply chain completely down to the customer. And more so, and importantly, the EU and European countries always have been at the forefront of legislation for the environment. And now, since they have started to attack plastics in the past years, they are coming after the textile industry because it is regarded as quite a, what they call a dirty industry. So now people around the globe are actually having to prepare for this legislation that is going to be having much tighter controls on our industry. Not only that, the brands and retailers are really taking notice. They also need to, what we say, clean up their act, really take a closer look at their supply chains. And so now they realize where they say, people, it matters where your materials come from and how you produce the products that you are actually offering the consumer. So not only has the US cotton industry been doing the due diligence and best practices for decades and decades, doing the research, we were well positioned to launch this US Cotton Trust Protocol as a project to package it to actually relate to these brands and retailers to add value and say, well, we can actually help you trace your supply chains for transparency. So again, already we have been doing our homework. And over the past 35 years, we have been able to reduce very important indicators such as land use, soil loss reduction, water reduction. In 35 years, we have reduced water usage nearly 80%, energy reduction, greenhouse gases. So we're actually well ahead of the game. And this is independently verified by Field to Market. And this is an Alliance for Sustainable Agriculture. So we use them, and we also, I'll tell you later, we use their field calculator tool as a basis for gathering data for the United States Trust Protocol. Now, if the 35 years of research and improvement wasn't enough, we want to go further. We've already established more goals because our philosophy is continuous improvement. And these indicators, such as water reduction and soil carbon increase and reduction of greenhouse gases, all are in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So we are in complete alignment. So how will we achieve these goals? Well, certainly new technology and big data, and the farmers want to get involved too, because their livelihoods also are at stake. 16,000 farmers in the United States, and the way they preserve their businesses for generations is to be conservationists, stewards of the land. And this is where it all comes together with the US Cotton Trust Protocol. So grower participation is very, very important. Getting people signed on, we've been doing that. We had a pilot project in 2019. 2020 was one of the first crops to come out with the protocol, cotton. And now more and more producers are coming on. So in the coming years, you will see probably 50% of US cotton growers by 2025 will be a part of this program. And it's very rigorous. They go through a whole vetting process. They have to, they've self-assessment. They use the field print platform. They sign a commitment, and then it's second and third party verifiable. So, and then of course, so they need to trace where they gin the cotton, they process it, and then who markets their cotton. So it's all transparent, this process. And as I mentioned, the field to market, it's very important. This is a spider graph that marks their progress, real progress over the years. So they can benchmark maybe 10 years ago, where were they, and now where they are today, and where can they make more improvements. So this, again, is about continuous improvement. Now, verification is so important. So for this program, the protocol, we have engaged a third-party organization called Control Union Certification, one of the most trusted names in third-party verification. And they have expertise in field-level data integrity. So they will be conducting the protocol's verification process. Now, on the other side, that was the growers. What about the people spinning the cotton, making the fabric and making the garments down to retail. Well, we have a program for them. We've already signed on over 200 mills and manufacturers across the globe. We have 20 cotton merchants that actually do the verification each step of the way, that they sold the cotton to, let's say, a mill, and then the mill has, if they want to be part of the program going down the chain, they have to register it in the data system, and then it says, okay, the fabric is verifiable, and then the garment is verifiable. So the whole process has to be verifiable. And we're very excited to get brands and retailers on as well, because these are the brands and retailers that really want to have traceability and transparency in their supply chains, and that they also can report it in their sustainability program reports. So the mills and manufacturers have benefits. If they sign on, it's easier for them to be part of large brand and retailer supply chains. So we're getting a lot of interest in it. And then the brands and retailers partnering with us. We've already signed on a few very, very nice companies. Again, they get the satisfaction and the security of knowing that they can go into that digital system and at any time know their progress against their goals, how much US cotton they've used, where has it gone, and then it is a credit system. So then they say, how much do I have left? And you can really trace it, and it is verifiable. So, and this again, the credit system, so they know where everything is, and it's like a mint of a bank. You know, you go in and you have X amount of cotton and you use it, and then you just keep topping it up, and it goes through these brands and retailer supply chains down to retail. So, and these are some of the partners, the brand partners that we've signed on already. And we're very excited that we're nearing to sign on other large global partners, brand partners. So collaboration for us is extremely important because we are transparent. So we have a board of directors, and this is represented by many sectors of society, you know, not just big retailers and brands. We've got the World Wildlife Fund, the Nature Conservancy, growers, ginners. So, you know, we have many stakeholders, and so it's completely independent, and including sustainability experts and members of academia. So this is another exciting development. We are in collaboration with the Textile Exchange. They have asked us to join. We're very happy to join with them because this is used by brands and retailers to select materials that are the most sustainable for their manufacturing process. And we're also in collaboration, Forum for the Future, Cotton 2040, as well as the Sustainable Apparel Coalition. So we love our partnerships, we're gaining more, and this just adds to the whole momentum of genuine sustainability. So as I mentioned, the Sustainable Development Goals for the UN, we do have factors that are in alignment with those. We're very excited to, you know, instead of reinventing the wheel, we go along with the programs that have been in place and are accepted. And so we're very excited about this program. Now, in summary, you know, we continue to develop the credit system to transmit data to the textile supply chain, continue to expand participation throughout the supply chain, and then we look for opportunities to streamline and incentivize grower participation. So we're working at all levels across the entire supply chain, what I call from dirt to shirt, to ensure transparency and genuine sustainability. So it's very easy to sign up for those of you in the textile industry. You just go to our website, trustuscotton.org, and just join now, and you can go through, and it's a very easy process. And we'd love to work with you wherever you are along the supply chain if you are involved with using cotton or US cotton. So thank you very much. I'd just like to say, you know, that sustainable supply chains start with using sustainable raw materials and having a transparent value chain, which then in turn can bring genuine sustainability to the consumer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karin. Our last speaker today is Dr. Joanne Ip, Associate Dean of Faculty of Applied Science and Textiles and Associate Professor of Institute of Textiles and Clothing, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. She will share with us on prime cooling system in Garmon. Let's welcome Joanne.
Welcome to join today's talk, organized by Hong Kong TDC International Sourcing Show, Manufacturing Excellence, about the latest clothing tech to learn. I'm Dr. Joanne Yip from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. I'm Associate Professor of Institute of Textiles and Clothing. Today, I'm going to give a talk about prime cooling system in Garmon on behalf of Clothing Industry Training Authority. Let's look at some facts and figures. In Hong Kong summer months, the afternoon temperature often exceeds 31 degrees Celsius with high humidity. I think everyone agrees, in Hong Kong in summer times, you're not going to go out for a long time unless you're going to do some sport. Because not just hot, the high humidity in Hong Kong will cause you sweat a lot. Over 80% of households in Hong Kong rely on air conditioner to maintain the thermal comfort. From this picture, you can see like every single apartment, they were all equipped with one conditioner. So one 4-person family easily will have 3 to 4 conditioner in one house. During the hot seasons, air conditioner can constitute more than 50% of a household electricity bill. Just in 2016 alone, Hong Kong consumed 14.4 billion kW of electricity, accounting for 8.2 million tons of carbon dioxide. Look at this figure from 2020, we listed 2020. And you can see here the global greenhouse gas emission, and most of the greenhouse gases came from energy. Energy in buildings accounted for 17.5%, including commercial and residential buildings. So it is really urgent to create a cooling garment in our daily life to reduce the power consumption in the hot summer as a part of necessity in our sustainable smart city. Let's look at some basic concepts about the science of cool. How do we cool ourselves? The traditional way to produce the cooling fabrics are to use synthetic fibers with chemical or non-chemical treatments to promote the evaporation of sweat vapor. Look at this figure. Imagine that your skin and you have the sweat. So it will be very important between your skin and the fabric that there's some airflow so that the heat from your skin can evaporate out through the fabric to the environment. In recent years, many manufacturers are trying to produce some cooling garment, cooling fabric. Okay, look at the recent work in 2017. There's a new thermal regulating textile was developed by using 3D printed, highly thermally conductive textile. So this textile actually is made of a nanofiber composite consisting of boron nitrate and PVC or PVA. So they use the 3D printing method to fabricate these nanofibers that are highly aligned, uniform, and densely packed together. So this fabric demonstrated a very good cooling effect and as well as the good mechanical strength. But this development is still in the development stage. The reason is one side, the 3D printing is not very fast, cannot be a really mass production. The other one is the fabric is still very costly. In 2019, there's another new types of cooling fabric was made which can sense body heat and automatically vent it to the outside air by a coating of carbon nanotubes. So the mechanism is like that. First, the fiber, they are made of two different synthetic materials. One absorbed water, and on the other side, the other one is repels it. So both of which and then coated in the carbon nanotubes. So you can see the idea is when your sweat gets absorbed by half of each fiber, the fiber will distort, okay, and they become close together. So when they have the close together, it seems to be like opening a window, opening a pore, so that your sweat, your heat can be passed away to the environment. So this is the picture. The picture show the fabric swatches, and this work is done by University of Maryland. So in our project, Pine Cooling System in Garmon, the objective is to develop a cost-effective cooling system in Garmon to reduce the skin temperature of both men and women resting indoor in typically Hong Kong summer season, right? Of course, it can be used in all other places, right? So we can see here the benefit that we're trying to bring into the local industry is this project, we are trying to promote a reindustrialization of the local traditional industry by providing some innovative technology. It also helps to pertain the energy saving as well as reduction of carbon emission. Okay, by wearing the t-shirt in the indoor, you may not need to turn on the aircon, or at least you can raise up the temperature so that you use less energy. Well, this approach is actually want to enhance the eco-sustainability of the community, which is in line with the Hong Kong government policy in preserving our environment. So here's come to our project approach. So this innovative approach is we try to use a metallic yarn to transfer the body heat from the skin to the fabric by conduction, and then from the fabric to the environment by radiation. Right, but we can't use all 100% metallic yarn to knit a fabric, so we have to mix together with other materials. So we have tried to mix with rayon, nylon, cotton, or polyester to see which yarn mixed together with the metallic yarn can fabricate the best watches. So the raw material including 5 different types, and then we also try to blend with the metallic yarn with the nylon or metallic yarn with the polyester. And the method is not complicated. We are trying to use the plating technique to knit this metallic yarn, soft metallic yarn, with the common yarn for effective heat transfer. So look at the picture here, the base yarn and the face yarn, okay, by combining metallic yarn and with some common yarn. So for example, which is metallic yarn mixed with cotton or metallic yarn mixed with the nylon. So how do we test the cooling effect of our swatches? We have 2 phases. The first one is to test the instant cool feeling. Well, when you wear this t-shirt on, you will have the instant cool feeling, whether you think the garment gives you, wow, really cool feeling of touch. So we are trying to use the Q max value to simulating the touch feeling of coolness. But after you wear the t-shirt for 30 minutes, all this cool effect will be disappear. So it will be important to see the thermal resistance to test whether the heat flow from skin to environment by conduction. And of course, this should be under specific environmental conditions. So we will collect the data once the environmental condition inside the chamber is in the stable stage. So here's we show we have used 2 different testing equipment, and here is the specification and simulating testing condition. So this is one equipment that in our laboratory. This is one is called instant cool filling testing machine. We can use it to test for the Qmax value. So different swatches we produce, we will use this equipment to compare their Qmax value in order to get the optimum one. The second one is this equipment we just newly purchased this years. So this is a sweating graduate hot plate and inside a static state condition. So we can control the condition in certain temperature and humidity. So we will put the swatches inside on top of the hot plates and then measure the thermal resistance and total heat loss. Okay, finally, of course, we have to also do some durability tests to see whether washing will cause any disappear or pulling the effects of the cooling effect. So first, we measure the original state of our swatches before washing. And then we will do the pre-wash first. Okay. After 10 times washing and 20 times washing, we will measure the value again. So those washing cycle, we will follow the AATCC T5135 standard, which is the condition is about 31 degrees Celsius. The washing cycle is 14 minutes, and then we will use the delicate drying cycle, which is about 68 degrees Celsius for drying. So we have to repeat testing after washing and see whether the cooling effect will diminish, okay, in order to see the durability of our swatches. So after test the swatches, so we will conduct the wear trial of the cooling garment. We will turn the optimized parameter contribute the best cooling effect, turn them into the real cooling garment. So we will invite 10 subjects to do the wear trial under 2 controlled climate conditions. The first one is under 25 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 65% with the wind velocity 0.1 to 0.3 meter per second. While the second condition is similar, just the wind velocity is a bit higher. So why is 25 degrees Celsius not 30 or not 35 or higher? Well, the reason is we target to invent the cooling garment used indoor, which means they are sitting indoor and they should still turn on the aircon or at least maintain the temperature to a comfortable level. So we try to suggest indoor person they turn their aircon to higher, so they are not turning their aircon to 20 degrees Celsius, which you still need to wear the sweater. Okay, but under 25 degrees Celsius, this temperature, which is comfortable, but some people still feel hot. So assuming that our cooling garment can wear in this condition and see how the wearers they would do feel about the cooling garment, whether the cooling garment is really give them a cool feeling, can help them to sit comfortable working indoor. So our experiment is still on progress, okay. But at the midpoint, we do have some interview with our wearers. They comment about the general feeling. They said this cooling garment has a better flexibility and give them a higher thermal comfort than just cotton t-shirt. However, they also comment the aesthetic or the tactile comfort of the cooling garment is a bit poor than the cotton t-shirt. That's easy understandable because the metallic yarn, they can't really give very soft hand feel. In terms of the cooling effect of the garment, the subjects of the wear trial feel that the garment is cooler really in the control compared with the cotton t-shirt in both conditions. I think this is really good start point for us to further modify the cooling garment. Right, so here comes to the conclusions of today's talk. Well, when you look at the new innovation, people are always looking for any new materials, any new technology they can apply it in their own industry. Right, so among all the new ideas that proposing in the future, many of these are focusing on like energy storing. Okay, sweat power smartwatch. Whether when you do exercise or you walk outside, your sweat can turn into the energy. And more people are looking for health monitoring things. So they would prefer that some device then keep monitoring their health. So instead of using hard and big device, people are looking for some simple t-shirt which already can monitoring their health. Okay. On the other hand, there are also people looking for some tactile virtual reality. So textile materials, clothing system is definitely one interesting area that people will incorporate a lot of new technology inside. Right. So cooling garment, it seems to be at this moment not a very urgent. Okay, but in the future, when we have the cooling garment, everyone can wear, it helps to save the energy. So that will be a big market and is also one of our target segment. So thank you very much attending the talk, and thank you for your patience. And if you have any questions, welcome to find us by email or leave us your contact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joanne. I'm sure our audience has learned a lot from today's webinar. If you have any questions for the speakers, feel free to contact them after the session for further discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. Here comes to the end of the session. Once again, on behalf of the HKTDC, thank you very much for your participation. Later, you will also be directed to the online questionnaire. Kindly fill it out and submit it to let us know your thoughts on the session. 今天的研讨会圆满结束，再次感谢讲者精彩的分享。为了更了解各下的想法以及意见，我们诚邀各下填写研讨会问卷。Apart from the session just now, we have more webinars coming up on International Sourcing Show Online Intelligence Hub, including the business inspiration sparked by home trends that will start at 3 p.m. today. Please visit Intelligence Hub on our ISS website and gain insights from industry experts. Don't miss the business matching opportunities to explore business with exhibitors. Thank you again for joining us today and wishing you fruitful business in the International Sourcing Show Online. Thank you. 再次感谢各位今天的参与，再见。